Greetings. Welcome back to a cup of conversation and food for thought with me, Nidra Simmons. I hope that you all are having a wonderful, wonderful. Is it Friday? Yes, it's Friday. Yay! Happy Friday to you all out there. Sorry for the delay. I was preparing getting myself situated for the day, getting myself some coffee, and trying to figure out what to talk about. So the topic. Oh, let me start off by saying I do not own the rights to the music. I do not own the rights to any commercials that you might hear in the background. This content is for entertainment purposes only. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please check me out on all my platforms. I thank you for the opportunity of waking up early in the morning to hear about this conversation. Always pray, giving gratitude and much respect to my Mother, Father, God, Universe, Creator of the world, Mother Nature, whoever you want to call the Creator. Um, Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for waking us up this morning, protecting us at night as we slept, keeping us continually dressed in the full armor of God, the helmet of salvation, breastplate of righteousness, shield of faith, sword of God's holy word, but of truth and shoes of peace. Thank you for always being there for me. Thank you for always being there for my family. Thank you for all of the blessings and all of the wonderful things and not so wonderful things. Thank you for the experience, the opportunity to live life on this planet. Thank you, God, for just being so wonderful. Thank you for providing for us mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, in every way possible. Thank you for always, 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 always being there for me. Thank you for loving me back to me loving myself. Thank you in much respect to our big brother Jesus, archangels, guardian angels, all angels in the highest Christ, light ancestors, guardian ancestor, spirit team here and far. Thank you for all that you do, God, and spirit team. Thank you for the gentle nudges and the push in the right direction. These blessings I pray in your holy name. Well, y'all, it's Friday. It's the end of the week. So if you had a rough week and you're off on the weekend, congratulations, you made it to the end of the week. Now it's about time for you to get yourself completely together throughout get yourself through the day, come home and do what you need to do, and then relax into the weekend. Graduation season is here. So I want to again say congratulations to all of the graduates, all of the individuals that are in school, all of the individuals that have continued their education, all of the teachers that teach all of us, and administrations for all that you do. Just thank you for everything, and much appreciated your work, your perseverance has not gone in vain. You take pride in yourself. You take pride in bettering yourself and others, and you want to make this place a better place. So thank you for all that you do, and congratulations on all your successes and endeavors. Um, so the topic at hand is when you understand, and that can go in any direction for anything. When you understand, awesome. My nephew and niece just graduated. Congratulations to them, and congratulations to you and whatever part you played in their life for them to complete that um, accomplishment. It's a good thing. Yeah, like I say, it takes a village to raise a child. Um, and every part that we play is important to our youth, our young adults. And when we're older and we have the opportunity to, um, partake in raising a child, you give your wisdom, your knowledge, your understanding, your expertise, and your experiences to them. And believe it or not, they pick it up. And you may not notice it because if you're around them all the time, other people can pick it up. And then just at a moment, God's going to give you a glimpse. And then you're going to see, okay, they were listening. They got it. So it's a good feeling. So when you understand, when you understand all of the little pieces that puts together to make that puzzle, and when it comes together, you understand what it is. And it's something beautiful. It's something like, oh, okay, I see this. I got this. And then you feel satisfied. You feel happy because all the time it took for you to put them puzzle pieces together, it made such a beautiful picture. So that's something for all of us to be proud about. You should be proud about it. this morning. But yeah, I don't know if I gave my disclaimer. I said I think I did. I don't own the rights to the music or the commercials that come in the background. I mean, this content is for entertainment purposes only. So the music is just to set the tone to kind of keep me relaxed, um, and be able to flow. Um, a lot for the host, nephew and nieces. I don't have any nephew and nieces, so I guess the AI took in your intake on the conversation. I have just oh, I do. I take that back. I take that back. Lord forgive me. I do have a nephew and a niece. I do. I do. I do. I do. Aiden and Aaliyah. I am so sorry. I do have a niece and nephew. Oh my gosh. I, I I said that because you made your comment on that. So congratulations and shout out to my niece and my nephew, Aaliyah and Aiden. Your auntie loves you, although she's not in around you all the time. She loves you and appreciate all of y'all, and understand that you have grown into beautiful man and woman, teenager, youth, boy, and young woman, teenager, adult. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to say it like that. I do have a niece and a nephew. It's just I don't see them as often as I would like. But I do have a niece and nephew, and I have my four children. So I am so sorry that came out like that. And please forgive me. Don't take that the wrong way. Your auntie loves you. I don't even know if you ever had a name for me, but regardless, I love you. And I thank you for all your endeavors and your experiences and things that you've done in the world. Thank you. Oh, I got to get focused. Let me drink my coffee so I can get myself together. I did not mean to say that. And please don't take it the wrong way. I have a niece and I have a nephew, and I have my four children, and I don't believe I said that. Please forgive me, y'all. That was deep. That hit right there. And I didn't mean to say that. I do have a niece and I do have a nephew, and my two brothers. So I'm gonna stop there and keep going on what when you understand. When you make mistakes, sometimes you make mistakes and say things the wrong way, or you through life and do things the wrong way. But once you get through it, you understand that it was a mistake, or you understand why you feel the way that you felt. You come to a conclusion. So when you understand, you do better. When you understand, you make corrections. When you understand, you flow with intentions. When you understand, you recognize and you correct. Thank you. Sorry, y'all. I got the sniffles this morning, but oof, that hit me the wrong way. I'm sorry. All right, so let me get back into it. You know, we are human. We make mistakes. We say the wrong thing. Sometimes we say things we don't mean. That doesn't mean we're a bad person. That doesn't mean that we had ill intentions. Okay? So that was probably a lesson that is probably going to be part of my day today. So, you know, maybe someone had said something to me, or maybe someone has done something to me or to you out there, and they had the right intentions on doing it, but because they had no control over it, it looked like it was negative on their behalf when it probably wasn't. So if that was a lesson that I had to learn today, I got it. You see how life works? Life works in so many ways, in some ways mysterious, in ways that other people may not understand it. But when you understand it and you got it, then that's when it matters. That's when you make the correction. That's when you're at peace. And that's when you can go forward. So that was a live lesson to go out here. So, um, sorry, but yeah, sometimes, you know, I always say I'm very transparent with my stories. So sometimes I have to be taught a lesson too on live in front of everybody. And if it's to help somebody, I'm all for it. I always say, God, less of me and more of you. So, God, use me as your vessel to speak to your people. I pray that those that who need to hear it, hear it. I pray that everybody get and understand it, and just flow. Allow me to flow, and I'm gonna receive your flow so that I can flow to all your people. But yeah. So, personal lesson on understanding and correcting mistakes. Okay, I read AI and I got a better understanding of it. So, I'm just trying to be careful. I don't want to get flagged. So I try not to eat or drink on the camera. I try to move to the side to drink what I need to drink. And hello, how you doing? Thank you for joining the live. I see you are joining in today. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Really, I really do. Um, the topic is when you understand. If you feel free or encouraged and want to help someone, please share some moments. Um, we're talking now. Share some moments. Thank you for the rose of when you didn't know something and something had to take place, and then now you understand. And then share what the lesson is that you learned once you got that understanding. I always say life is what you make it. I say that when you know better, you do better. And we're not who we were. We're not our past. We're not our mistakes. We're not our choices. We are who we are. And through time, things change. So I could have said something maybe 5 years ago, and you meet me now, and then it might not sound the same. That doesn't make me a liar. That makes me someone who have lived 5 years of life and have experienced some things that I didn't experience, and that the things that I thought was the final say, I learned was not the final say through experience, through life challenges, through personal perseverance and resilience. And then I do better once I know better. So that doesn't make me my past self, it makes me my now self. Okay. I don't know how to respond to that other than feel whatever you need to feel. Don't try to run from it. Don't try to go over it. Don't try to go under it. Don't try to go around it. Go straight forward through your emotions and feel it. Maybe my presence or features or whatever the case might be that caught your attention is letting you know that there are some things that you have to work through, overcome, and just overcome it. Don't ignore it. Don't put it under the rug. Just deal with it. Whatever way you deal with your emotions, providing that it's safe and it doesn't harm yourself or anybody else. So, when you understand, you act accordingly. And thank you for sharing. Much appreciated. I was going somewhere with the conversation, but anyway, it'll come back. It'll circle around. But when you know better, you do better. Oh, I was saying how I am not my past. You are not your past. You're not who you. I mean, if you make, we all have to make decisions and choices in life, and we don't know what the outcome is going to be on those decisions or choices. And sometimes you just have to make a decision because life doesn't pause because you're unsure. Life still goes on. So if that happens, you just have to make the best decision that you feel is the best at the time and move forward. And sometimes that could be a good decision with a good outcome, or it can be a good decision you thought at the time with a bad outcome. But once you know better, you do better. Once you understand, you move accordingly. And then you keep going. Life is all about choices. Life is all about making decisions. Life is all about um, making do with whatever choice you make. You're asking me what I regret? I regret loving myself as much as I do now back then. I wish that I had a lot of assurance in me than back then than I do now. Right now, there's no question in the world about how I feel about me and how I love me and how awesome I think I am and how beautiful I know I am and how strong and resilient that I know I am. I have no shadow of a doubt right now about that. But it took all those years of experiences and things of not knowing what I didn't have to recognize and appreciate what I do have. So that would probably be one thing that I regret is I didn't love me. I didn't love the gift that God created me to live in enough to make better decisions and choices. Now, do I regret the decision and choice that I made? At the time, yeah. But now, no, because it's all ingredients that was put into this fleshly vessel to make me who I am. This spirit being that I am under this fleshly vessel now has a lot more knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to be able to maneuver in this world, this planet called Earth. So I don't regret that. I just regret should have loved me a lot sooner and appreciate how much of a gift that I know that I am back then. But if I did that, then I wouldn't have gone through a lot of the things that I went through, and I wouldn't be able to talk and help as many people as I do today. So I hope I answered your question. Let me know about some hearts. Put some hearts in it. Let me know if I answered your question. But yeah, life is it's interesting. It's amazing. It's nice. Okay. I ain't see no hearts, but you said nice. I'll take the nice. I like to see the hearts because it lets me know that there's people out there, and it lets me know that there are people um, that can relate to what I'm saying, and it brings the numbers up. It makes me feel like I'm doing something, if I'm being honest. Yeah. Um, but I do. Yeah, in my own right. Yeah, I believe I can sing when I'm in the mood and when I'm feeling it. Can't stop me. And I stress in my own right. Um, but yeah. Um, but yeah. So when you understand, you see things a lot different. When you understand, you appreciate things a lot more. When you understand, okay. But um, I put my disclaimer on if there's anyone that's coming in to promote something or to ask something from you. I am not affiliated or associated with that. That is not part of this live. That is someone that's coming on to a live and putting out what they want. But I have no affiliation with that. So I need to put my disclaimer in there. Um, you're grown. You make your own choices and decisions. The choice is up to you. I have no control of who comes on the live or what they put out there on the live. I don't even have any control of what's accepted and what's not accepted. So you use your discernment, your wisdom, your knowledge, and your understanding to make your decisions and choices to what comes across the live. But if you come on to see this, me, a conversation of food for thought, that's what you're receiving. I don't offer to give anything. I don't offer to, um, I don't offer anything. I don't ask for anything. Um, I don't even want you to change your thoughts, mind, process, or whatever. If you come and you have a feeling, emotion, thought, a phrase, or whatever it is that you believe in it. Don't change your mind because of me. I only come on here to uplift, to give you a different perspective, perhaps on seeing something so that you have a better way of making whatever decision or choice that you need to do. Well, thank you. Thank you. But I want to come on and heal and help. I believe communication and conversation is a way for you to grow. It is a way for you to release things that's in you that needs to come out. It is also a way to um, heal you, to allow you to do what you need to do. So go ahead and do whatever it is that you need to do. Yeah, again, discussion about personal growth and learning from past mistakes. But um, so you know, I don't forgot what my thought process was, but when you understand, you act accordingly. When you know better, you do better. Um, when you know better, you sometimes feel better. Oh yeah, I was talking about me coming on and what you can, I mean, and what I do and what I don't do. Um, but yeah, my whole purpose of coming on is to encourage, uplift. And I was saying how I think communication, conversation is a healing process. It's a healing mechanism. It's a healing tool. You never know what is going on in somebody's mind, thought, and they may not know how to put it into words or put it out there for someone to help them. So you have people that have unique thoughts and approaches and approaches, and then you have to lost my process again, y'all. It's Friday. It's been a very, very busy week. Yesterday was extremely busy. It was extremely busy. Uh, you know, graduation prep and graduation performances. It's a lot of work. And even it's also a lot of work to be the recipient or the candidate that's going through the graduate process. So it takes a lot of work. And then you have to have patience because you have a lot of people pulling you in different directions. um, but yeah, but yeah. So it's Friday. What does that mean for many of you out there? What are your plans for Friday? What are your plans for Friday, y'all? Do y'all have graduation ceremonies to go to? Do you have operations? Howdy, how you doing? Thank you for joining the live. What are some of y'all plans for this Friday? It's June 5th. Happy birthday to my niece, Aaliyah. That's why y'all came on my mind too this morning. Happy birthday to my niece, Aaliyah. Happy birthday to you. We share the same birthday month. Her birthday is today, and my birthday is tomorrow. So happy birthday to my niece, Aaliyah. Giving you a shout out. Happy birthday to you. Be the best, beautiful, smart, intelligent woman that I know you are. And enjoy life. And use today wisely, but have fun, um, respectfully. So, happy birthday again. That's right. That's right. Happy birthday to all of the birthday, to everybody that have a birthday on today, the 5th. And if you have a birthday on tomorrow that shares the same birthday as me, happy birthday to you too. To all the Geminis in the house. Do you, boo? But yeah, that's right. That's right. But yeah, um, I just had an epiphany. But I'm gonna keep that one to myself. But yeah, when you understand, when you understand, I'm doing great. How are you doing? Can you share with us something that you understood and what happened or what changed after you understood that? Did it make you better? Did it make you bitter? Did it make you worse? Did it make you blissful, appreciative, happy? You know, these lives go much faster when you contribute in a positive way. You know, that way it helps those too that's listening that might be going through the same thing. Hello, how you doing? Thank you. Good morning to you. So, mm, just to recap what we talked about for this week, this past week that we just came through, we talked about people interrupting your life. They can see that you're flowing and you're going in the direction that is trying to improve you, and some reason or purpose, or they don't like what they see, or they don't want you to accomplish your goals. So they come in and interrupt your path. They come in and they interrupt you in many ways. They interrupt you through areas of your weakness. So if your weakness is relationships, they'll come in and interrupt you in your relationships. If your weakness is wanting to always accomplish and be the best that you can be in your employment place, they would interrupt your flow in your employment place. If you are on a positive streak of influencing and uplifting and promoting people, they will try to come into your path and spread rumors and lies and accusations. People interrupting people for, one might say, no reason at all, or because they can't handle the outcome of somebody else. Um, so when things like that happen, I always tell people, take some one-on-one time with you and God, meditate, read the word, and reflect back to how things was before you got to that point and how things were after. At one point, at what time, who was you around that allowed negativity or an evil spirit to jump into you to cause you to do these things to other people that done nothing wrong to you or anybody else? It's just insecurities that we have. And that's what the enemy uses on us to keep us to go forward is our insecurities. And manipulators that's in people, they use those insecurities and they throw their own personal insecurities on other people so that they don't have to deal with it. They feel like if I can throw it and pass it on to somebody else, it's no longer mine, it's theirs, and they're going to have to deal with it. But no, like a boomerang, once you throw back out, comes right back out, back to you. Um, I always tell people be aware of your surroundings. Treat people the way that you want to be treated because karma is real. Karma doesn't have any respect of person, place, creed, or race. And karma is going to come back to either get you personally or something close to you. So it would be in your best interest to treat people the way that you would want to be treated. It'd be in your best interest to show respect and to do things the right way. We are all duality. We have good and evil within us. We all have the ability, the choice, the decision, the action to do something good or to do something bad. Every single one of us that's breathing, even animals and insects. I can't get into their minds and tell you how they're doing things, but I'm pretty sure they've done some things. I'm like, oh, why did I do that? But I would stick with the human race, okay? As the human race, we have the choice to do right. We have the choice to do bad. It's within us. And just like, I believe God is a spirit, we're spirits beings housed in this human flesh. Man and God is man and woman. And we have man and woman in us. In the word woman, you have the woman, and man, the man. In that one word, it's within us. There's a lot of things that you can look beneath the surface and it'll make sense. And I'm all about things making sense to you. That's the only way you're going to get it. That's the only way it's going to stick. That's the only way you're going to learn from it is when you get it, when it makes sense to you. You can't go by what somebody else might say and say that's how we're going to do it because they may not get it or understand the reason why or the grips of what's the purpose of it. We're living in a generation now where kids want to know why they're doing what they're doing. They're not going to just do it because you said so. It has to make sense to them. And as adults that did not take the time to have things make sense to them are living adulthood making many mistakes. So learn to have things make sense to you. If you go on a place and they're training you for whatever purpose, ask questions if you don't understand. Don't just say, okay, and go with it. And then when it's your turn to do something you need to do, you mess it up tremendously or you cause problems that's bigger than what it should have been because you didn't ask questions. Ask questions. Make it make sense to you so that you understand it. And if you have to give examples for them to understand that you got it, do that. We need to understand why we do what we do. Then, if we figure it out or understand why we do it, and if it's the wrong outcome, then they'll say, I'm not down with that. I'm good. I'm good. Make it make sense to you. Stop interrupting people's lives that are trying to do the best that they can, and you have evil intentions in the forefront. Good morning. Thank you for joining the live. Much appreciated. I'm not affiliated with that. So you do that at your own creed. That is not affiliated with me. This live, a cup of conversation, food for thought. That is not what I'm offering. That is what somebody else is offering. I'm not affiliated with that. Um, Good morning. Thank you for joining the live. So we talked about people interrupting. We talked about the difference between ego and confidence. We talked about how you want to be more confident in what you're doing and not ego driven. Confidence is more of assurance. Confidence is more of a sound mind. Confidence is when you do things that make sense to you and you flow with a more positive and well understood reason on why you do what you do. Ego is 100% on your emotions. Ego is what you feel. If somebody made you feel really bad or hurt, your ego is going to push you to respond in most likely a negative way because you're going off your first instinct of emotions instead of thinking about the confidence, knowing what you know about you, knowing your capabilities, and being aware of all that you can do, and then taking a moment to relax because you know how you get if you get upset. You know how you'll get if you don't get enough rest or food or whatever the case might be. All that is contributing in emotions and feelings. So ego is an action on feelings, and no matter whether it's a good or bad feeling, you're going to move on it. So when you are moving or ego driven, you most likely need to stop and think before you speak and stop and think before you move and get yourself calm in a place to where you can see the see past the situation. Calm yourself down so that you can see the outcome. And then ask yourself, is that the outcome that you want to be a part of? So we talked about ego and confidence this week as well. I mean, so that's another thing that we talked about this week. And we talked about encouraged motivation. We talked about how we need to encourage um, ourselves, encourage one another. I always say, know who you are, know whose you are, and know what you carry. Because if you know who you are, whose you are, and what you carry, you're not going to move on your emotions. You're not going to move on ego driven feelings. You're not going to move on wanting to cause hurt, harm, or danger, or interfere or interrupt somebody's life. You're going to be focused on you. You're going to be focused on what's best for you. You're going to know everything you're going to know all about you. You're going to make sure that you stay away from things that trigger you, that you can control. Because sometimes you can get triggered and it's not in your control. It's in the control of somebody else. But when you know, for example, if you know that you're tired and you're gonna have to go to the store to get something because it's a requirement for whatever you need for the cook, either the cook in your house or it's for a medication or something. If you have to go to the store for any reason and you're tired and it's only you that can do it, understand that when you get in that store, there's gonna be lines. You're gonna have to wait in them lines. Your attitude and your huffing and puffing is not gonna speed the line up. Some people use that as a form of bring it on. They're gonna meet you right where you at. So, you know, if you know you're gonna have to do something that you're not feeling up to doing it and you have to get it done, breathe, relax, know yourself enough to know that, okay, I gotta go out here and let me get my mind right. So when I go out there, I might have to get behind a car that might go real slow. I might hit all red lights instead of green before I get to my destination. Or I might find the perfect parking space You know, get your mind right and prepare because you know how it is to go to the store to get stuff that you need. So learn to pre-act instead of react. Learn to recognize certain things. Learn to elevate your emotions and your feelings. Learn to uh, prepare yourself before you walk out the door. You never know what's going to happen, but you have some ideas and thoughts of what might happen because you've been doing this for so many years. So, you know, just flow. I'm gonna miss hearing that. um, in my classroom, when I try to teach the kids, I'm like, okay, yeah, I want to share something with you. They'd be like, Miss Simmons, I say yes. They'd be like, just flow. So I'm gonna have to remind myself to just flow because things go smoothly when you're able to flow. Think of the water going down in the streams. It flows. Even the water on the beach, it flows. Um, so just flow. If there's nothing you got out of this message all day today or this morning, which the topic is when you understand. When you understand, just flow. So, so good morning. Wishing you a blessed day filled with peace, happiness, good health, and favor. Thank you so much, and the same to you. That is very nice of you. Thank you so much. Hello, how you doing? Thank you for joining the lives. Much appreciation for all of you that's out here. And if you didn't catch the topic, it was when you understand. And that can go to any part of it could flow in any part of life. um, but yeah, but yeah, and we talked about encourage motivation, which I left off on it before I jumped into something else. Is we need one another. So encourage one another. You never know who needs an encouraging word, who needs a smile, who needs a thank you, or you're very welcome, or um, you look nice today, or you look handsome today, or things like that go a long way for those that's been busy and struggling. And sometimes it can pause you in a spot to be like, oh, okay, and bring you to the right hand right now. For those that's always running around and going and everything like that, something like that could say, oh, hold on one second. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Allow you to breathe and to just help you get to that moment to focus and pause before you do something that might not be what you want to do. But yeah, I encourage you all to join in the conversation. Um, when you understand, what are some things that you understand? And what are some valuable tips that you or nuggets that you can leave behind for us to grab onto and move forward for those that have not reached where you have overcome. Um, but yeah, share. Um, it is 6:03 over here where I am. It's morning time, and joy comes in the morning. It's morning, so joy is here. So to God be the glory for the joy of the day. Um, but yeah, know your worth and appreciate yourself. Um, and appreciate others. Somebody had asked me a question: was there anything in my life that I regretted? And I shortened it up. It was a little bit further, longer than that, but from my past on to now. And I don't regret my experiences because that is who I. That's what made me who I am today. That is what allows me to be able to flow and share some wisdom to you all out there. But don't be afraid to share wisdom and knowledge to people that are younger than you, and older than you. Out of the mouths of babes. That's in the Bible. We can learn from our youth, from our young people, because each generation is different. We're going through something a little bit more different and more in depth each generation as we accomplish or come to. If you think back to how things were so simple, and then through years it got so complicated to where they're trying to minimize and make everything a second before you get results. So we can learn from one another because either something has been taken away or added to. And we need to fill in the gap. I hope that made sense. Um, but yeah. Oh. Oh, excuse me, excuse me. It has been a very long week. I tried to set my snooze button twice this morning, but I knew I had to get up. This is it. And for some people, as far as their uh, path or chapter, some people's some people are in their last chapter of one of their books because we all have many books. We live life and we grow and we age. So today is like the closed chapter of one book, and tomorrow might be the start of another book and another journey, another um, did I say journey or another uh, endeavor? I don't know, another start. Discussing ego versus confidence and how to flow. Share your tips. But yeah, communication and conversation is very important. And sometimes you have to pause to think and to hear before you speak. Sometimes you can hear somebody something in your ear saying, keep talking, time is ticking, time is ticking. Sometimes you have to pause so that you can hear before you speak. So I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna have to stretch because I'm sleepy and I need to wake up. Mm-mm-mm-mm. But yeah, life is good. Life is what you make it. And life requires love. You're going to have to love something that you do to make you get up in the morning. You're going to have to find something in what you do and love whatever it is so that you can keep going. You have to find something that's going to motivate you to keep you going. And for me, it was just making jingles of different things. If I can hear beats and songs in my head, no music could be playing, and I hear the song. So I use that to my advantage. My advantage. If I'm teaching something, I'll plug in the words to that beat and give it out there. And you know, that motivated me to keep going. So remember, the race is not given to the swift, but given to the one who endured to the end. That story, The Tortoise and the Hare, that book, that metaphor, that phrase has followed me strongly in the past 2 years. I've heard the story, read the book the whole while, all through growing up, or long ago, and never heard nothing about it again. And to the past 2 years, that phrase, the race is not given to the swift, but to the one that endured to the end, has been in almost every one of my, or every couple of my lives or posts that I've done. It has been so profound and so to the point because a lot of us want to give up because it's taken too long, or you get to a point, you think you got it, and nope, you gotta try it again. You get to the point you think you got it, nope, you gotta try again. And Sometimes we have to start over on many occasions within our lives. Don't be upset about it. And I can say that is something easier said than done because I am one that want to finally get to my destination. I've been starting over so many times all through my life. I'm ready to get to the point where I can just be like, "Hmm, I made it. This is the life. That is where I want to be." And I believe that's where I'm graduating from to be because I have done this earth school thing for a very long time. So I'm ready to graduate and get my diploma on earth school. Although I know earth school doesn't stop, it keeps going. But the level that I've been going through, I'm ready for my greater. You know that phrase that's in the Bible, your latter shall be greater. I'm ready for my greater because I've done so much before this point to get to this point. Test, lessons, test, lessons, one after another, one after another, one after another. I'm ready to woosah and enjoy life. I'm so happy for all of those that get to go enjoy life and share their pictures and all that stuff. Now I'm ready to be on the other end of the camera and enjoying all of those fun things and me being in those pictures looking like I'm having a whole bunch of fun. That's what I'm ready for now. How many of you out there are ready for that too? You've worked so hard all your life and now you want to be able to partake in the pictures on the other side. Um, but yeah, for those of you that's just joining, the topic of discussion is um, the topic of discussion is when you understand. When you understand. Um, when you understand, you do better. When you understand, you know better. But yeah, we're approaching that hour. We've been on for 47 minutes. I thank God for the opportunity to keep flowing. Less of me, God, more of you. But yeah, so, I hope that you all have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Make the best of your day. If you're going to go to graduations and so forth, have a good time. Enjoy yourself. Show love to the ones that's being appreciated or graduating on this particular day. Just have fun. Even if you have to work, have fun. Life is too short to not appreciate all of the lessons and enjoyments. Don't just look at life as always a lesson. Look at all of the benefits, the perks, the fun stuff that's in life, and spend time with your family because we're all limited on this earth. This, what somebody might say, meat suit, flesh body, is temporary. It has an expiration date. We don't know the expiration date, but it has one. 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 So understand that, you know, life is what you make it. The choices you make have consequences. So understand whatever choice you make, there's a consequence. And we have people on here that's ego driven, and we have people on here that have confidence and they're self assured and they know who they are. They don't have to act out, they don't have to do crazy things, they don't have to do foolish things, they don't have to bring attention onto them or be harmful or say anything negative to try to discourage others. A lot of people put their emotions on, or well, no, is it emotions or their insecurities? That's it, insecurities. So all of those that come on to your live and try to um, do things that's of negative stature, they're showing you their insecurities. That's a lesson that you can learn from. If you're so bold to try to, oh, what did we talked about this week? We talked about interrupting people because they're flowing and you want to stop their flow. I love how the lessons of the lives fall into the topics, and the topics are stuff things that not I, God helps me and my spirit team come up with on the day of. So it's confirmation to let me know that the topic that was mentioned was worth hearing or worth talking about, because there's always somebody that comes on here to. Uh, Good morning. Thank you for joining the live. How are you doing this morning? Much appreciated. But you have a lot of people that like to put their 2 cents in and try to throw their insecurities. But I'm the type of person that I have like a racket. You know how you play tennis? You throw your insecurities here, I'm going to pop it right on back over to where you are. And you can keep it because I don't want it. So you have to make the best of all situations and understand that people are not like you. They don't think the way that you think. There's that phrase, common sense is not common for most. Hello, GT Swag. How are you today? Thank you for joining the live. Much appreciated. I am doing well. Thank you. Thank you. Um, I hope that you are having a wonderful day or start to your morning, or if it's evening, wherever it is, wherever you are. Um, I hope that you're having a good day. My coffee is now cold, but it's all good. We've been on for 52 minutes, so we'll be getting off here shortly. I want to thank you all that took the time to come on to the live. If you perhaps stayed from the for the entire time, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. You are much appreciated, and I thank you for your support um, so much. And I thank everyone who just scrolled through to say hey, whoever came on just to peek and see what this lady's talking about. I appreciate all of you. Jesus loves you too. Thank you so much. But yeah, I hope that you all have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Remember to have fun. Be aware of your surroundings. Learn to pre-act and not react. And if you have to react, do it in the most positive, calm way possible and keep it moving. Okay? Um, People don't know how you feel in the inside. It can feel like fireworks going off in the inside. But if you can keep that calm demeanor on the outside, that shows you how strong you are, how resilient you are. And if you can keep that calm demeanor and keep moving despite what you're feeling inside and still reflect that calmness on the outside, well, you got some healing properties in your DNA. So you are good. And so I hope that I hope that I maintain a positive demeanor despite how other people try to trigger or remove the top so that the fireworks can come out. But I try to stay calm as much as possible because I understand you can get more with honey than you can with vinegar. They both taste good depending on how you prepare and eating it, but they don't taste good together. So, well, maybe it depends on what you make it. But anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is um, treat people the way you want to be treated. Move with the utmost respect. Think before you speak, especially for those ego driven individuals. think before you speak, and then breathe before you speak. And after you breathe, say something positive to help calm you down, and then speak so that you can approach the situation or assess the situation with a much better outcome. Because when you understand, you flow. So I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I still have about 5 minutes. But I kind of feel like I'm repeating myself. So again, I hope I said something that was helpful. I hope I said something that was encouraging. I hope I said something that will uplift. I hope I said happy birthday to June 20th. Happy birthday. We got some Geminis in the house. I think either Gemini or Cancer. I'm not sure where the mark cuts off at. But happy birthday to all the Geminis, to all the June birthdays. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to me. Be the big 50 tomorrow. So yeah, this month is about celebrations, accomplishments, and joy, and happiness. So again, happy birthday to all the June babies. Hello, how you doing? And happy birthday to me tomorrow. I'll be coming on tomorrow, and I'll at some point be celebrating me. I might have to find some music that I can play in the background that don't get me in trouble, and just have a party. But I'll do that tomorrow. But until then, have a wonderful, 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 wonderful Friday. Enjoy all the celebrations. Yeah, we celebrate a birthday together. So happy birthday to you. What are you gonna do for your birthday before I get off of here? I think I got a minute to hear what you got to say. What's your plans for your birthday? My plans is to spend time with my family, and I'm looking so forward to it. But yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Friday and a wonderful weekend. If you're looking for me to be on in the morning on the weekends, like 5 o'clock, I'm not going to be on early. I'll come on, but a lot later. So for those that are that come on and watch me on the regular, I appreciate you. Thank you. But I will not be on at 4 o'clock, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning on Saturday or Sunday. I will be on there when I wake up, closer to 6, 7, or 8. But I don't see your response, so I'm going to go ahead and get on off of this live and see you again soon. So remember, God loves you. I love you. Now you love you. One foot in front of the other. Direction is forward and up, not backwards. Thank you so much for the compliment. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I will be working. No time to celebrate, honestly. Oh, okay. Well, I'm usually working on my birthday, but this falls on a weekend for me. So I don't have to work. So although you're working, make the best of your day. Spend some time within that day to celebrate you because you're special. And enjoy your day. You've made it another year, so that's enough to celebrate because you've got another notch in your belt. So until next time, peace, y'all.